Look, when I'm starting a new video game playthrough, I don't like to be negative straight off the bat. I really don't. I'm very good at it, but I really don't. This game has been an absolute ordeal to get running and get recording in OBS. All I can say is, I hope it's good.
La 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 la! I can't hear you. I'm not listening.
If you hadn't infected my suit, we wouldn't be stranded here in this forsaken...
I object to the term infected. Some of my best friends are viruses. I prefer the term select.
Get the hell out of my suit, you annoying little bug.
That's Mr. Little Bug to you. And I would love to leave this rapidly ripening Robbie the Robot fat suit, Miss Au Natural, but it appears that we are stuck with each other. Besides, there's nothing stopping you from leaving my suit.
Actually, Arthur, that's not a bad idea.
What are you doing? You took me serious. You're not supposed to do that. You'll be unprotected. Don't drink the water!
She's stranded in the past. Does she have any way to get back? Auto cloak. So the jump moved her back into the past. It didn't move her into a different dimension or anywhere else. This is still on Earth. And if you've got no idea what I'm talking about, either skip ahead to the manual or have a look at my Buried in Time playthrough, where we learn how both of these two found themselves in this place. That is not supposed to be there. Present day.
Commander, I'm receiving a priority message from Frontier Outpost Helm.
On main screen.
The vessel has ignored all hailing attempts. All electronic systems were disrupted when it arrived. Our station is beginning to drift. Any symbiometry ships within this sector, please assist.
Can we make it there in time?
No, sir, we're too far. Scanners indicate that there's a large vessel next to the outpost. Wait. Commander, I'm detecting a huge displacement wave emanating from the space around the vessel.
Oh Lord, there must be thousands.
There are more ships appearing on the border.
All systems are shorting out. Energy levels are up, escape!
Outpost Helm, this is the Science Vessel Oracle. Please respond. Can you hear me? Helm, this is the Science Vessel Oracle. Please respond.
Cool eyes. Are you being controlled or are you looking at something?
They have returned.
What the hell kind of masks are those? I do wonder if that was the ship that we just saw fly past in the Mediterranean. Or if it was a different one perhaps. Same race? Similar ship? Don't know. Okay, so this little menu section here is not being recorded in time with whatever I just recorded while watching the intro. That was my blind read of the intro. This is the Journeyman Project 3, Legacy of Time. It came out in 1998 and it is in desperate need of a remaster or ScumVM compatibility because this barely works on Windows 11. The best solution I've seen to get this game running is to go back to Windows 7, but that is not happening. The reason I'm recording this part separately is so that I can move over to the manual here and we can take a very quick look at it, but I'm not going to read it all because this came from replacementdocs.com and that makes me wonder just what the hell happened to the original copies. Anyway, it is the year 2329 and you are Gage Blackwood, so it is, what, 2 years after the events of Buried in Time, which is actually 11 years after the events of Buried in Time. It's all very complicated. Time travel is confusing. You are Gage Blackwood, Agent 5 of the Temporal Security Agency, TSA. For the past 11 years, it has been your incredible duty to protect history from any threat that could disastrously change us. Twice in your decorated career as TSA's elite agent, you have saved Earth from criminals, utilizing time travel to destroy history as we know it. 2 months ago, you thwarted a plot to frame you, masterminded by a traitor once thought above suspicion, Michelle Vizard, the rogue Agent 3 of the TSA. I still can't believe she actually betrayed us, holy shit. She had captured you and threatened to betray the secrets of time travel to another alien race known as the Kryn. But your intrepid online companion, the sentient artificial intelligence Arthur, saved you by creating a virus that infected Agent 3's time travel jumpsuit and caused malfunction. Unfortunately, Arthur himself was the virus, and he was trapped within Agent 3's time travel jumpsuit when a flood of violent temporal energy surrounded them both and sent them spinning into the time stream. No trace of Agent 3 or Arthur has been found, and both are presumed dead. Since then, a grim time has befallen the TSA. With the Agent 3 scandal undermining the credibility of the TSA, the Intergalactic League of Worlds known as the Symbiotree has demanded that Earth surrender control of its time travel technology. Ooh. That's new. At the end of Buried in Time, the Kryn were expelled, but I thought we were still on fairly good terms with everyone. You watch helplessly as the TSA shuts down around you. While the TSA endures its darkest hour, distant events are transpiring on the far border of known space that dwarf the scope of any danger you have ever faced before. A forgotten alien race has amassed a fleet of warships and returned to claim a relic long lost. As their ships ominously approach Earth, you are charged with discovering that which they seek. As you accept the challenge to save Earth from the mysterious invaders, you learn that the answers to the crisis in the present lie hidden within the past. We're going time traveling again. I have played a little bit of this, maybe about 5 minutes or so, just doing testing to make sure the bloody thing, works. And I do see that Arthur is definitely a thing that is going to be a huge part of this. The Journeyman Project story. This is basically a summary of the entire series. 2112, Unified World a reality. World Senate convenes. Terrible nuclear wars leave only 1/4 of the planets habitable. What the hell? Holy shit. I did not get any impression of that in the previous game. I thought we were just, smoking the peace pipe and all happy together and whatever else. 1/4 of the planet is habitable. Jesus. The survivors rebuild their world, forcing enlarging peace with the World Senate. 2300, first Skyborn metropolis, Caldoria. That's where the first game took place. Since only half of the world's surface has been reclaimed, the World Senate turns to the sky and launches Caldoria, the first sky metropolis. 2308, first alien contact, the Cyrolans. Beings calling themselves Cyrolans propose to the World Senate that Earth join a peaceful league of worlds called the Symbiotree of Peaceful Beings. They give Earth 10 years to deliberate. 2315, time travel is invented. Dr. Elliot Sinclair creates the Pegasus device, the world's first time machine. The World Senate orders the dismantling of Pegasus and moves it to the newly formed Temporal Security Agency, or Annex, whatever. The TSA rebuilds the Pegasus device within a secret complex to forever guard the time stream. And then, stuff went south. 2318, New Galactic Order, Cyrolans return for Earth's decision, blah blah blah. Sinclair attempts to alter history with another time machine and tries to assassinate the Cyrolan ambassador, claiming that the Cyrolans want to conquer Earth. He also goes back in time and tries to ensure that they never turn up in the first place, but we fold that plot. Sinclair is apprehended by Gage Blackwood and imprisoned on the Saturn Moon prison, Vega Thalon. Earth accepts the Symbiotree bid to become a member of the Galactic League. And then 11 years later, we are vindicated. We are put on trial for crimes against history. He escapes custody hours later and travels back to the year 2319 to meet himself in the past. While the future Gage allows himself to stand trial, Gage Blackwood from 2319 clears the name of his future counterpart. Gage Blackwood is cleared of all charges after evidence is presented that Michelle Vizard, Agent 3 of the TSA, enacted a plot to frame him. And that is a 20-second summary of Buried in Time. 2329, Agent 3 investigation closed. Agent 3 is declared dead after a month of exhaustive searches by the TSA. Nothing on the Prologue scanners. 2329 present day. Elliot Sinclair dies at Vega Thalon Prison. He's kicked the bucket. Yielding to symbiotic pressure, the World Senate shuts down the TSA. Oh dear. I definitely don't want to read all of the character dossiers because there's way too much here, but let's just take a very quick look at Gage. He was framed by the rogue Agent 3 to clear his name. Gage traveled back into the past. The former Gage accepted the challenge. However, before the former Gage could return to the past, he had to be selectively mind-wiped, MIB'd, so knowledge of his future would not change history. Lately, Gage has been deeply troubled over his inability to remember the pursuits of Agent 3 and the loss of his friend Arthur. Agent 3 is Michelle, the very first character that we saw in Pegasus Prime. I still can't believe that. She went rogue because of her belief that time travel was too dangerous for humanity to possess alone. Years of research into Earth's war-torn past, yeah, she went to Auschwitz and Hiroshima and saw another terrorist massacre, and that will be enough to break anyone. She saw how technology was terribly abused. She devised a plot to balance the power by delivering time travel to the Kryn. Agent 3 was enveloped by a violent flood of temporal energy and was inadvertently thrown back into the time stream. She is now presumed dead. I don't think so somehow. And there's a few other characters here. I do actually wonder if they changed Gage's actor. Is that the same person? If it is, he has had a haircut. William Dawson, he was the TSA chief engineer that we saw having an interview on INN. Dawson is also Agent 5's closest friend. Jack Baldwin, same actor? Not sure, but he looks like he's getting on in years. That ambassador, what the hell? Oh my god. Sarolan ambassador to Earth. Gisela? Gisela. I'm going with that. Gisela is very old and respected, having served on the August Sarolan Council for several centuries. What is an August? I don't know. Never heard of that as an adjective before. Gisela has developed an unmistakable fondness for Earth. She often advises the World Senate on vital matters. Elliot Sinclair, we know all about you. He invented the Pegasus time travel device. The World Senate decided to take the device out of Elliot's hands. That upset him a fair bit. When the Cyrolans approached Earth, Sinclair feverishly claimed that they came only to conquer. When he was ignored, Sinclair built his own time machine to change history and stop the Cyrolans. We stopped him. That's interesting. I didn't actually know that he was vocal in his displeasure of the Cyrolans landing. That's news to me. And then we got Arthur. Oh boy. Raised on 21st century culture by the eccentric Farnstein, Arthur developed into a unique sentient being. Gage Blackwood discovered Arthur on a dying space station and saved him. When Gage was captured by Agent 3, Arthur turned himself into a virus that infected Agent 3's jumpsuit. The heroic action saved his best friend Gage, but sent Agent 3 and himself spiraling into a temporal distortion. Since no evidence of survival has been found, both are presumed to be dead. And from what little I've seen of the walkthrough, we definitely know that that's not the case. Alright, so I'm going to switch back to the game now. Okay, so restarting the recording, I've come immediately from the intro. I really don't know what I'm in for with this game. I've heard good things about it though. Hopefully it's good, because the effort that I've gone to try and get this recording is, oh boy. It was an ordeal, let me tell you. I've definitely played a little bit of it, and yeah, the game is very, very unstable, but we'll see how we go. Hopefully I can get this done, get a playthrough up, and move on with life. And hopefully have some fun as well. Alright, going new game.
Remove the power cores.
Dawson.
But sir, you have your orders, Dalton.
Oh, was that Baldwin next to him?
Hold it, Will.
Agent Blackwood. The decree was just handed down from the Earth World Senate.
We can't just shut everything down. This is insanity. We have a responsibility to safeguard history, Commissioner.
That responsibility has been revoked. All time travel operation has been suspended. Gage, this comes from higher up.
What about Agent 3? She's still out there hiding in the stream. We already know what she's capable of. We can't shut down TSA with her at
The
large.
Agent 3 case has been closed. There's no evidence she survived. We've scoured the time stream for a month and turned up nothing. She's gone, Gage.
She knows exactly how we coordinate pursuit missions. With her training, she could easily be avoiding detection. We're making a tragic mistake, Jack.
I have orders to deliver all jumpsuit cores to the World Senate. I will appeal there and fight this with all my influence. Until I settle this, I need you to uphold the suspension and take command of the TSA. Can I count on you, Gage?
Yes, sir.
Baldwin's actor is definitely the same voice, but Gage has either had a haircut or he's a different actor. I'm pretty sure it's the same actor for Michelle as well. The Moon Titan, the prison. Is he dead yet?
Thomas. Elliot, your fears have been confirmed. The Quothalas have returned. Oh,
The who?
I should have told him more when he came. Now my people, my planet, are in terrible danger. Old friend, I need you to do something for me.
Of course you're not going to tell me. It sounded like Quothalas. Oh, so is that Baldwin again? Is Sinclair secretly an alien?
Goodbye, old friend. May you find peace at last.
No, that's not Baldwin. That's someone else. I've played a bit beyond this, but I've not seen this cutscene.
One thing I didn't tell you, Gage. You're gonna have to do the rest without me. I'm the virus. Thanks for the adventure. I'll see you on the other side.
He's got no memory of this, but he can watch the footage of it.
What did you do? What did you do?
What are you still doing here, Gage?
I was hoping to jog some memories of this. It's strange. I don't remember anything of Arthur.
It's not strange at all. You were mind-wiped. Those synapses, those memories are gone. Those events had to be selectively erased.
I know I shouldn't remember him, but I feel an absence I can't explain. When Agent 3 captured me, Arthur sacrificed himself to save my life. From these logs, I can tell we endured a lot together. I can't recall a single moment.
His voice sounds familiar, but his visual appearance is not the same.
That's it! She just hooked up the pipeline I needed. I'm gonna swim up and see if I can stop her.
Good, you're awake. Don't bother trying
Gage,
to
you gotta
move,
see
your
this.
suit's disabled. I've got
Fallon Prison. It was only 10 years ago today that his plot to assassinate the Cerolan delegate during Earth's induction into the Symbiotry was thwarted by the heroics of Gage Blackwood, Agent 5 of the Temporal Security Agency. Sinclair will be remembered as both the greatest scientist of our time and as the greatest threat to Earth's history. Once again, Dr. Elliot Sinclair, the father of time travel, has died at Vega Thalon Prison.
Again?
Not now!
Why not?
I've pinpointed the rip. Origin Mediterranean 1262 BC. It's caused a... Gage, there's a temporal distortion wave heading towards the present and it's amplifying exponentially.
Agent 3, she's finally made her move now. The TSA is completely crippled. Will, you have to install a new core for my suit.
Commissioner Baldwin took all the cores. We don't have time to construct a new one.
There must be something. What about reactivating the Pegasus device?
That old time machine? Not a chance. It's been shelved for years. Gage, we're suspended. We don't have many options.
Forget the suspension, Will. That wave will rewrite history. There must be a way to stop it. You're hiding something from me. Damn it, Will. Tell me how to go back while there's still time.
There's one very dangerous possibility. Follow me.
I'm all ears.
I'm not supposed to show this, even to you. But under the circumstances, well, here it is. The chameleon jumpsuit.
Looks like a normal jumpsuit, maybe slightly less bulky. Nice PlayStation symbols on the side.
How long have you been keeping a secret from me?
I began working on the prototype about a year ago. It utilizes holotechnology, allowing an agent to assume any virtual disguise in its database. It was intended for your deep time research unit.
Someone performed a stream dive with it?
You'd be the first, but I suppose that's nothing new. Gage, if you go, Commissioner Baldwin may never grant you another command again, or worse.
Baldwin knows it's my job to preserve history, Will. He'll understand. If he doesn't, then I guess I'll be cellmates with Agent 3 when I get back.
Somehow, I suspect he will understand. Saving the world and all that. If we don't do this, then we're all screwed.
All right. There's no time for a full diagnostic, but I need to see if the chameleon system works. You should now see a display within your helmet. Move your cursor over me. Use it to capture my image. Hurry.
Alright, so I have played this very, very briefly. We have a cursor here which has a tendency to flicker. I click the mouse.
We're almost out of time, Gage. Use the chameleon device cursor to capture my image.
Not right now. If I click and hold the mouse, as I'm doing right now, I can move the cursor around and that sort of pans the image. It's pretty cool tech for 1998. It's got a sort of parallax effect going on. So I believe the only thing we can interact with here is Mr. Dawson.
We're almost out of time, Gage. Use the chameleon device cursor to capture my image.
Yeah, if I hover over there, I can see that and then click on that.
Good. Now my image is in your image database. Remember, you can only assume a form that is native to a time zone, which means you'll have to capture someone else's form when you're in the past. Also, you'll need to know how to initiate a temporal jump. There's a display at the top of the helmet that shows the date and the current time zone. Activate that and choose a location. You should only have one, the source of the distortion wave at 1262 BC.
And that's this guy up here. If I click on that, I can choose to go to that time zone.
That's it. The rest is up to you. Good luck, Gage.
I actually didn't mean to click that. Near the tower that we saw in the intro. So, if I click on that, nothing happens. It's going to get replaced by Arthur shortly, just quietly. But I don't know if that has any other purpose. If I click on that, I can see the various disguises that I've got, and you can see some corruption down here because this game is weird and broken. Let me just save my game. Yeah. That's pretty much what I have to work with. I've looked online, I can't see any other solutions, so this could be a very broken ass playthrough, but I'm going to try my best to get through this. We only have the one time zone up there. Doesn't actually show up unless I hover over it. You don't want to look up there, that's all very scary. So as best as I can tell, this game is played entirely with the mouse. There are a couple of buttons that I can push on the keyboard, such as those shortcuts that I just pushed, Control S and Control O to save and restore. I'll take a look at the manual straight after this recording session, but for now I'm just playing with the mouse. But yeah, it's a really cool video effect that they got going on here. I'm kind of impressed. If I can walk somewhere, the arrows appear, so I just click on that, and I'm moving automatically. And that is pretty much the gameplay for the entire game, I think. Never stare directly at the sun. Dangerous. I do wonder what that black dot up there is, though, whether that's... Arthur? I know it's Arthur, I already clicked on this.
Gage, remember the smooth, sultry voice? It's me, Arthur! The Robin to your Batman, the Jekyll to your Heckle, the thing to your thing. Why the long face? You remember me, right? Dimples! Remember the... from your blank stare, I would say that you don't. Oh well, I'm not hurt. But if you don't mind, I'm gonna take a look around and make myself at home. While I'm checking things out, I have a message from your pen pal, Agent 3. Yes, Miss Joy. She left it for whoever found the suit.
My jumpsuit's the cause of the distortion wave. Once Arthur sends it to the TSA, the crisis will be over. I know everyone believes I'm a traitor, and I can't change that now. But what I have discovered is so incredible that I'm willing to turn myself in. But I can't risk being imprisoned before my discovery's investigated. So, you will follow my trail and see what I have seen. I have hidden 3 pieces of a time code that will lead you right to me. The first code piece is hidden in this environment, not far from here. Arthur has the coordinates for the other 2 time zones. You will soon figure out why I placed the codes where I did. In 2 of the environments, you'll want to go to the highest vantage point, but in the other, go to the lowest. I implore you, keep your eyes and your mind open, and remember that your first duty is to history.
The good news is, I know why you don't know me. The bad news is, you were mind-wiped. 2 months ago, you were taken from the past to help save your neck in the future. Together, we stopped Agent 3's plot to frame you. But I got zapped into the time stream with her in the process. Once your name was cleared, the TSA sent you back to your own time without any memory of the adventure, so you don't remember me. But we're back now. Together we'll find Agent 3 and bring her back alive. Oh, this will be more exciting than a pair of pants full of geckos.
Charming.
Just like before, I'll display icons for you to talk with me. If I have a comment, the thought icon will illuminate. If you want my sage advice, check the light bulb and see if I have any help. Oh, and I took the liberty of moving into the old translator biochip. So, I'll be your universal translator now. The new coordinates are in your jump menu. Lead on, Gage.
Alright, so I did not look up here. 524 and 1219. I've not looked up there so far, because I wasn't listening to any of these conversations, so I was just skipping through them. Okay, so in these 3 time zones, she has hidden evidence. We need to go to 2 high points and 1 low point. I wonder if she knew that we specifically will be coming for her. Or maybe she's just addressing that to some random agent who comes into the past. But also that message, I assume she left the jumpsuit. She found that alien ship or whatever was going on, then came back here, recorded it. Maybe she hopped back into the jumpsuit and then went in various places. But if that's the case, then surely Arthur knows where these points of interest are. Other than, you know, just the time zones. Surely he knows exactly what she did. Is Arthur testing us?
According to history, this uncharted island never existed. However, we are relatively close to Thera, an island that erupted in a huge volcanic explosion a few hundred years ago. The crater it left became the island of Santorini.
History lesson. Thera. Atlantis? Indiana Jones?
The destruction of Thera had far-reaching consequences. From about 1950 to 1450 BC, the Minoans of Crete ruled the Mediterranean during the golden age of their civilization. When Thera erupted around 1450 BC, volcanic ash from 70 miles away covered Crete, while tidal waves flooded the island cities, wiping out the great Minoan nation. It was later proposed by archaeologists that the lost continent of Atlantis could have shared the same fate.
There we go. Alright, moving forward. Yeah, I've not listened to any of that. That was a guess based on playing Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis not all that long ago. I did have a look around here. That little effect that you can hear is the thought bubble showing up.
Clean up aisle 2.
That is not useful, Arthur, and you know it. And yeah, we've also got the hints icon above his head. It was showing up a moment ago. Let me see if I can get it back up. Yep, there it is. I'm going to try and refrain from clicking that because I clicked it out here in my testing. I did see this cutscene in its entirety, but I wasn't really listening to the dialogue.
Agent 3 said 2 of the time codes would be found at locations with high vantage points. Well, that windmill's the tallest thing still standing around here.
I don't know, what about, you know, these mountains? Jesus, think, people. Use your brains. I mean, yes, I'm only from 19 whatever, but you know.
That derelict boat seems to be in a hurry to leave the island. Hold on, there's somebody on that boat. He looks familiar. Call me time-space happy, but I swear that's Dr. Elliot Sinclair, the scientist who invented time travel.
Really?
The guy you put away for 10 to 20 at Vega Thalon. He could be Sinclair's distant cousin. And you know what that means. Baldness is hereditary.
Maybe an ancestor? I'm kind of shocked that he came to that conclusion though, just by looking at that. What is he wearing on his head? I've got to imagine that's an ancestor and not, you know, Sinclair himself. Because if that's Sinclair himself, then he's been effing around with a lot more than just those 3 original time zones. No, he didn't actually go back into the past, did he? He sent the robots. He never went back into the past himself. Yeah, I think according to the intro, Agent 3 went in this direction and saw something incredible. Just going to go back from whence I came. There is a rope on the ground here, and I did not spot it. Arthur actually pointed it out when I hit the hint icon here. But I'm not going to click it. I'm just going to pick it up instead. Rope ladder. Can I click on the little question mark there? Yes. We're not off to a good start. Made from thick twine, try saying that 10 times fast, the rope ladder is composed of a series of hoops that allow foot and hand holds, and we'll never know the rest of that sentence because the game doesn't work properly. Yeah, this playthrough unfortunately may be very, very stunted. I assume we can use this rope ladder to go up the tower somehow, but I say assume because I've not tested that out yet. That's as far as I got. I picked up the rope and then confirmed that I could actually get a recording of this. And then I stopped playing. I cried for a bit, recovered overnight, and now I'm doing some recording.
That building was not dilapidated from natural erosion. I would say that it looks freshly smashed. Who would have it in for a windmill?
Big oil, gas, etc. Okay, how can I get up here? I assume I just need to attach the rope ladder to something. But right now I'm not seeing what. Maybe just between these 2 points here. There we go. Did that thing just break?
Oh no, the stairs are wasted. My parents are gonna be pissed.
Language, Arthur. Jesus. Turning into me.
The technology that drives this windmill is at least 2 centuries before its time. From what I can tell, power generated by the central shaft gets transferred to that diagonal shaft, leading me to believe that this windmill is actually a wind pump designed to move water. Why, I don't know.
Atlantis, brah. Okay, going up. There's a few exits in the walls here, but I don't think we'll be able to go outside from here. I see nothing on the central shaft. I see nothing here either. Okay. Unless I've missed something, this room looks clear.
This island isn't deserted, it's been attacked. Something destroyed the city's seawalls and flooded it.
I didn't realize this was a city, so this is like the city wall. We've got the towers here, watchtowers, and the interior of the city with houses and things has been completely flooded. Huh. And that there, I assume, is where Michelle was exploring. That's ominous. Maybe that's the code Michelle left behind. Yep. Yeah, I was looking at the sky before and thinking, is that the moon? We've got a, oh god. We've got an eclipse, we've got an alien ship.
That Cyrolan ship completely leveled that building. But the Cyrolans are supposed to be the good guys.
That was
The
Cyrolan?
founders of the symbiotree. Why would our allies attack? We need to get to the bottom of this. Let me check out the time code. The time code you found is 1/3 of a temporal coordinate. With the other 2 pieces, I can triangulate Agent 3's location.
Well, you found one of the codes. I assume I have your interest piqued. Now, find the other pieces. There's still much more to see.
The nerve of her. Coming in here, taking over my space. Next thing you know, she'll be cleaning up my workbench.
Was Sinclair right? But the Cyrolans are not who they claim to be.
We're in a null time pocket, Gage. If this place was a verb, it would be regurgitate. Agent 3 and I discovered it when we were thrown into the time stream. Not a terribly exciting place to honeymoon, but I figured it was safer than where we just were.
I see pretty colors.
Gage, I think you're good for about 900 more flushes. Gage, help! We're trapped inside your screensaver!
Can I go back there? Because I want to check something very quickly. No, I can't. I wanted to click on the ruins in the distance because there was a gloved hand there. But I think I've missed my opportunity. Alright, well, I'm not going back. Let's go to the Andes Mountains. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. I should know how to, but I don't. The hell was going on here?
Either Agent 3 has sent us to languish in a deep well, or we shrank into your turtleneck.
No, we're just in a deep well. I hear something.
If this is a well, then one of my wishes is to be in a bigger well. Help! I'm feeling claustrophobic!
But do I expect you to leave this well? No, Agent Blackwood. I expect you to die.
I can't remember that reference.
Maybe we could use that rope and bucket to send a message to the surface. Something like, help us, we're new to this time-traveling thing, or please fill the well with stairs.
Arthur, shut the hell up. I mean, it's my own fault for clicking that thing, but shut the hell up. Okay. There's something I can click on here. Okay, that's doing something now. Aha! We go up with the water. I suppose I better make a save, shouldn't I, just in case I go outside and we get attacked by hostiles.
Next time we vacation in the past, I'll bring my swim trunks. So what's next? Bungee jumping off the pyramids? Bull leaping in Crete?
What is this ambient noise? I can't tell if I love or hate it, or if I'm just terrified of it. I assume clicking up anywhere there is going to take me out one side. The hell was that? And what am I looking at here? Like a massive stone disc or something. Or a wheel. A winch handle. A large stone wheel with an attached handle used to wind a rope and bucket system. Cool. I mean, we did see signs of battle in that introductory cutscene, so I guess I'm not surprised that I'm hearing people and animals dying at the moment. This place looks like hell.
Did you hear that noise? Sounds like there's some kind of commotion going on in the distance.
Oh, I saw it, buddy. I saw it. That does not seem correct for 524 AD. What the hell? Yeah, that noise sounds like an alien blaster or something. Again, does not sound natural to this time period. Okay, I can go that way or this way. Like hot air balloons.
Whatever tore through here seemed intent on breaking and scorching everything. From what I can tell of the remains, the former culture was very advanced, and judging from the shape of this plateau, they mastered terrace farming techniques. Although they probably should have put more time into the fire department. Look, Gage, another basket case.
Crop basket. A crop basket woven from twisted plant leaves capable of holding approximately 300 pounds. I wonder if that's the weight of our jumpsuit. Or our chameleon suit. Wouldn't surprise me. Anything over in this house? That seems like the sort of thing I can pick up, but no, I'm not getting anything. They've got to be alien ships, surely. I don't see anything here. I just find it unusual that I can move to this point. It's like I feel there should be something here, but I don't see anything here. Not at my feet and not around me. That window is nothing. I can't move forward here. But I can move a fair way in from out there, which is... that's worrying me a lot. That looks sus. No? Surely I can pick that up, surely. Oh, right now I can't even move forward. You're seriously telling me I can't pick that up? No? Okay. I don't see anything else here, so maybe I have to go down the other path. And yeah, I think if I hold the mouse button when I see that arrow prompt, especially where it's got a dual arrow, I take several steps forward rather than just the one single step. Top of that tree's just straight up missing. What was this place?
How typical. Every time we go to a theme park, all the good rides are closed. For once, I'm at a loss for words. I can't think of a reason why those piñatas are here. Pre-Columbian South American cultures were never really known to be avid balloonists. But then again, according to my knowledge of this time period, there was no record for this civilization. The balloon closer to the ground appears to have been damaged. I can see that the higher balloon appears to be in better shape. It has an attached gondola. With the attached baskets, the natives could have used these balloons for transport.
Stupid question. Where is the second balloon? Is it directly above me, or is it somewhere else? That angle is not productive. Okay, I assume there's two balloons here. It's just very hard to see at the moment. Yeah. Okay, well maybe we can use the basket to get up to the balloon. Or the piñata. I've placed it and I can't pick it up again, so I assume this is the right thing to do.
Not exactly the prettiest balloon, but it definitely maybe should fly. Oh my kidding, this baby's going down. Why don't you go up first, Gage, and I'll go find a shovel and dig your early grave.
We're in this together, Arthur. There's no separating me from the suit. Or vice versa. I can definitely use this, but I don't want to just yet. It's lighting up as soon as I drag it over this pixel here. Not yet. Just want to make sure there's nothing else down here in case Gage decides to go up automatically. Just want to make sure I'm not missing something. Also, yeah, I can't believe this. I've been recording for about 45 minutes, and I haven't died yet. Crazy. Yes, that is my way of trying to jinx myself. I don't see anything over there. Okay, let's go back over here. If I can find the path. And attach this basket to the piñata. And maybe go up. But I need to bring it back down again because it doesn't stay here. Right. Up we go.
Do you hear a hissing noise? Yes, I'm quite aware of how annoying that is. Now try not to think about the height, Gage. We're only 100 feet up. Just breathe deeply and sob into the in-flight magazine.
Alright, what am I doing? I have something on the right there that I can touch. I can potentially zoom in somewhere here. What am I looking at? Is that where we took off from?
And here we are in the skies, risking our very lives, waiting to observe disgusting mating patterns of the South American wallow wallow swallow. Hubba hubba.
No comments.
You know, being up this high in a hastily constructed, barely navigable flying balloon, and knowing that you've never had a flying lesson, really puts things in perspective, Gage. I found that being hundreds of feet in the air makes me twice as frightened.
How do you know I've never had any flying lessons? We're sliding down that thing? No, we're pulling it up? I'm so confused. Are we tossing it over there? So we're pulling ourselves over to that balloon or pulling it over here. And then we're jumping over there. And there's our second time code. I saw it.
Man, newcomer Gage Blackwood has roped a wild air balloon in under 6 seconds. That makes him our new rodeo grand champion.
This is getting old. Before I click on that code, I just want to have a look around here and make sure there's nothing else that I can click on. So this is the highest points according to Michelle. And the next one's going to be a low point. Whoa. Are they side rolling as well? Unknown. Well then, what were they doing here?
There were 2 different alien groups fighting over that city. I recognized a Cyrolan ship, but I have no idea who those other vessels belong to. Maybe Agent 3 can explain more when we find her. Let's look at this time code. Nice work, Gage. I'm computing the second piece now. Looks like she's pretty far. How can I tell you in terms you would understand? You know how long it takes to find humor in a Gallagher show? Well, in time-space terms, she's 1,000 Gallagher shows away. That third piece is essential to the coordinate. We need it if we want any chance to find her.
Excellent. By now you understand the importance of my discovery. Go to the last environment. The final code piece will lead you right to my position.
If she does that one more time, I'm putting up a sign that says no girl time agents allowed.
Arthur, it's 2024. You can't say that. The question is, were the Cyrolans and the other ship there actually in our past, or is that a recent change? I assume it's got to be a recent change, right? Given that a rip has been caused at 1262, and that has propagated forward. Also, we're spending a lot of time here, no pun intended. I do wonder if we do go back to the TSA, whether things are going to be a bit messed up.
Gage, this is your colon. Eat more, Bran.
Jesus, Arthur.
The whole space-time continuum concept is actually quite simple. You see, Gage, space and time are actually just floating along in a big lava lamp.